I'm honored to present the award to someone whose work often goes unnoticed, sometimes unappreciated, but the appreciation is in full form today as we are very happy to award the 2013 Comics Pro Industry Appreciation Award to Diamond Comics' Cindy Fournier. After all, let's keep the applause going. She's the one who gets us our books. Without Cindy, we wouldn't have anything to sell.
Thank you very much. It's a bit overwhelming. I really am honored to receive this award today. The last few years, my role has been a little bit more behind the scenes. It's been several years since I've seen many of you and that I've been at any show. And that's because I've been concentrating on some stuff like REs and VMBs, DWORs, WMS, WFM, and MOS. And none of you have any idea what I'm talking about.
Is WCF in there?
It's reasonable expectations and visual management boards and daily, weekly operating reports, warehouse management systems, workforce management, and management operating system compliance. It's certainly a different world today than more than 25 years ago when I started working at a tiny warehouse in Denver, Colorado. And I'm very thankful that I've shared all, or at least part of those years, with everyone in this room. If you can allow me to reminisce for just a couple of minutes. I can recall my first customer pickup day at Bud Plant's warehouse in Hayward, California. I'd only been there for a couple of days, wasn't really familiar with everything that's going on. We open the door, several retailers walk in, they chit-chat with each other, they chit-chat with a couple of employees, and we had conference tables that were pushed up against one wall of the warehouse, and the books that had been picked the previous 2 days were stacked up. So then the retailer grabs a box and goes over to the table and starts putting books in the box. And I looked at the employee standing next to me and I said, "What is going on?" And he says, "What do you mean?" "It's customer pickup day." And I said, "You let them box their own books?" He said, "Sure, we've always done it that way." So a couple hours later, I'm on the phone to Bud in Grass Valley saying, "But I think I'm going to be making some changes here pretty quickly." He just laughed at me and said, "Yeah, that's what I was expecting." And I also remember one more Hayward story. The very first visit that Brian Hibbs made to the Hayward warehouse before he opened his store. And I had two thoughts when Brian left. My first thought was, that guy might be able to run a decent comic shop. And my second thought was, boy, am I glad Philip was here to talk with him, because that guy talks a lot. So all these years later, I know, and I think we all know, that Brian runs a pretty decent comic shop. And I have to admit, Brian, I still occasionally think to myself, God, that guy talks a lot. But that's what's great about this industry. Each and every day, we work with people who are passionate about what they do. Retailing is very hard work. Every retailer in this room works very hard to succeed. Publishing is also very hard work. And being a part of the supply chain between publisher and retailer is a critical role that I and everyone at Diamond takes very seriously. I want to thank Steve Jeppe and Chuck Parker for their leadership of Diamond, and my fellow VPs, Larry, Roger, and Bill. I'm sure everyone now knows that Bill's announced his retirement at the end of this year. Best of luck, Bill, in your new world. And thanks to many other folks at Diamond who make my job much easier. I can't name them all, or we'd be here all day, and Amanda won't let me do that. But just a few others. John Werzer, who we mentioned earlier, he used to run our warehouse in Dallas. He's been working with Bill for many years, and he'll be stepping into the VP role, and I'm very confident he'll do an excellent job. And a face that's new on the Diamond team, but certainly not to the industry and to those of you in this room, I'm really enjoying working with Chris Powell and his fresh set of eyes that he brings to Diamond. And one last thank you. And that goes out to all of Diamond's warehouse employees who work day after day in a job that, quite frankly, is pretty repetitive and can be tiresome. And these folks don't always get your appreciation. In fact, they tend to sometimes get your unkind words because they don't always do their job 100%. And I fully understand that when your store's order is messed up, or when the receiving on the hottest title from your publishing house is messed up, you don't much care about the 99% that's correct. But from my perspective, the only reason that I'm standing here, fortunate enough today to receive this award, is because of all the hardworking employees at Diamond. I thank them all, and I thank you.